You know, it's a small town. I'm a small town lad who's buzzing to have my debut here. I was buzzing to have it at home. So yeah, at the O2 Academy where I had my pro debut, there used to be like under 18s nights. When I was like 12, 13, used to go there and party on some Panda Pops or whatever it was. And yeah, probably had my first kiss there. And then had my first professional fight there as well. So some good memories. Was buzzing to have my debut here. I was buzzing to have it at home. I've been to shows here before at this venue, and it was amazing atmosphere because it's like a little mini coliseum. So it's yeah, it's sick. And yeah, I remember just getting the stoppage win inside like fight lasts about 2 minutes. So can't wish for more on a pro debut. We'll start off where it all started down here for me. I'll go to my childhood home, which for me was just, I have so many good memories there. I had a very privileged upbringing. But yeah, like we had a massive garden, so we had like basketball hoop, football goal, swings and a slide that my dad got from like a local park was shut down, and he got in touch with the council.
So you had a park in your back garden, basically?
Yeah, just bought the swings and slide, concreted them in the floor, and we just had them in there the whole time, which was unbelievable. We used to like chuck ourselves off the swings into the bushes instead. The day I was meant to start, it was 5th of September 2001, I was meant to start secondary school, and instead on that exact day we flew to Australia.
Crazy.
So yeah, it's just at the time you have no idea.
Having a gap year when you're 11 years old.
Yeah, yeah. At the time you have no idea like how, like, you knew it's a different thing, but I didn't realise that no one else does that.
Yeah.
Like very, very few people get to do that.
My son lives over here facing.
Oh right.
And you apparently was living down here.
I used to live there when I was a kid, yeah.
My son's over here.
Oh really? How long's he been there?
For a good few years.
I moved out of there a long time ago now, 23 years ago.
Oh, a bit before his time, yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, and I thought, yeah, I remember the
Yeah.
How's it going? All right?
Yeah, all good, thank you. Yeah, got another fight in 2 weeks, so excited.
Right, well, up here, over here?
In Tottenham Hotspur Stadium.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, on the Chris Eubank Jr. versus Conor Benn undercard. So.
I remember the old days, and I just remember all the guys coming out the pub when I was in was 2 Downs.
Oh yeah.
Met him, a few of the guys.
Yeah, yeah.
My dad met Cassius Clay coming down the road. You know,
Yeah.
doing a bit of training before he went with
Amazing. What an experience.
Old Henry Cooper.
Yeah, yeah.
Cooper had him on the floor.
He did,
But because the corner man cheated.
Yeah, yeah. With the old
got
cut the gloves.
Right, mate, good luck.
Thank you very much. The first time I walked in here was a funny time. I was actually late. I went to the wrong place, eventually found it, and walked in late. And I just walked through the door in there, looked right, and there's all these people who are already skipping. And I've never felt an intimidation like it. This is in Switzerland. This is the first fight I had for this club. I'd had 10 fights for a different club. And then, so when we got there, I'm trying to look all moody. I think most of us are, to be fair. And this is after, I think I'm on my phone texting that I'd won. And then up there's my England vest that I wore when I boxed for England. So yeah, and they're the flags on when we boxed in Switzerland, they put those up. As I was boxing, I was very much in the Mayweather era. So I watched a lot of Floyd Mayweather, watched him. Definitely didn't model my style on him, amateur or pro. But I enjoyed watching him and his skill set. Ricky Hatton, I love watching. Joe Kazagi, I love watching the British fighters. I remember my brother telling me about Amir Khan was kind of the first boxer I followed because I was only 13, I think, when he went to the Olympics. My brother was telling me about him, and I remember reading an article about him and his training and how he used to have ice baths in I say ice baths, ice bins. He used to fill up a bin with ice and recover in there before he was going to Athens Olympics when he was only 17. British fighters, as I went on through my amateur career, was George Groves. I loved George Groves. I loved his persona. I loved his fighting style, his jab. You know, one of the best jabs ever in boxing, and and obviously ended up having the opportunity to spar him, become gym mates with him, and then become friends with him now. So it's been a weird full circle moment for me with George, because I was at his fight when he won the world title. I was at his fights, both fights against Froch. It's crazy to think that journey, but yeah, George was always someone I loved watching, because he was always in exciting fights, the way he fought, and but like I said, all those other names as well. Yeah, got the win, but I'll never get bored of coming in. It's so weird though, because I've come here from like football since, and it's like, I forget that, because I've come here so many times with football, I forget that I boxed it sometimes. It feels weird. People always look at, it feels weird, like, thinking like, that's why you won your world title, and I'm like, yeah, I was like, it must be amazing, that must be like, I'm like, yeah, it's like, it feels so different, because I'm here on a different emotion. Yeah, and it's like a whole different environment, even though it's the same environment, but the pitch is the pitch. There's no seats on the pitch, there's stuff like that. So it's crazy to think. Like, it still feels like a bit of a dream sometimes when like you watch it back. And the night before the fight, we did like a ring walk rehearsal, and went and sat in my old season ticket seat over there, and just sat on it and looked at the pitch, like the ring's up and everything, and I was like, this is mental. So like, I just remember sitting there and just shaking my head going, this is like, I can't believe this isn't it. Like, I used to sit in this seat chanting players' names. Tomorrow night someone's going to be sat in this seat, hopefully trying to if they've seen me and my mindset and my work ethic over the years, when I look at it, I'm like, well, of course I've done this, because, and then the longer I go on as well, and the more I see fighters or hear about certain fighters and stuff like that, I think, okay, well, I do this, I tick that box and that box, and I do all the right things. And that was when I actually look at it, and I look at what the work that goes in, physically, but mentally as well, and all the stuff that I don't ever stop thinking about getting better in any area of my life, whether that's a father, a husband, a boxer, whatever, a human being in general. But when I'm focused on my career, it's all just, how can I become a better boxer? How can I become a better athlete? So when I look at all that, I realise that not everyone does that. And the more time goes, I really realise how many people don't do all the extras. I quit drinking when I was an amateur, because I was like, I need to give myself the best opportunity. So then when I look at that, I'm like, oh, okay, well, of course you made it. And then a lot of people, from the amateurs and my amateur coach and stuff was like, well, yeah, like, you've got what you deserve, because you've always been the one. I would always turn up early, be the first one in, last one out. So yeah, I don't, like I said, I don't get offended by it, but I understand, because they don't see everything that's gone into it. But then the people around me do, and they're like, well, you deserve to be where you are.
Live on DAZN Worldwide, April 26th, Eubank Jr. versus Ben. Buy now at DAZN.com/boxing.